Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Lord Keith. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to give you just a tour around a few engines, and as you can see I've got quite a selection here. These are a lot of the trains that I like in this particular game. Unfortunately, the engines don't want to turn off. I've tried it all, so I'm just going to leave them running for now. They are a bit noisy, so please forgive me for that. I've made it as quiet as possible. I've also got a load of coaches here, and I've also got a couple of trucks, as you can see. Right, I'm going to start with the engines first. Now, I don't know how many of... Oh my goodness, look at that. Jump on here and turn this engine off. I'm sure I turned it off once already. It's better, isn't it? Okay. So, the only engines running now are that one there, that's been shutting off for some reason, and a couple of shunters and the steamer. Right, okay, so let's get on with it. Anyway, we'll start here. This, as you probably know, is a Class 142 Pacer. I personally know it as a trampoline train, because it bounces about all over the show. It's a lovely little engine. They don't run them anymore, unfortunately. But what they do have, the blue one is in the Arriva Trains Wales colours. These things were built in 1985, and some of them are still actually running, but they were withdrawn in 2020. Now, it's a nice little engine, as you can see. The seats, they weren't that comfortable, you know, when you had them. They were built in Derby, and they do, they have a maximum speed of 75 miles an hour, but my goodness, they don't bounce. Yeah, they bounce about all over the place. It's only a four-wheel bogie, as you can see in the wheels and the suspension. I can't get under there, otherwise I would. It's only got two wheels at the front, two wheels at the back. So you run them as a pair. Anyway, they're very, very bouncy. They're still actually, there is a few still in service, but they're only on quiet lines, you know. But this is the original colour. This is the Arriva Train Wales blue. I don't know, you know, if you ever go to Wales, you'll see these. You won't see the Pacer, but you'll see other trains in that colour. This is the one that was used in the northwest. This is, I know this one has the Selnet colours, which is South East Lancashire, North East Cheshire Transport. Again, nice little engine, you know, did its job. It had to go and it got on its merry way. You know, again, it's nice colours, it's various, you know, various themes. Notice they've got the blue in the orange and the orange in the blue. A bit weird that, isn't it? But there you go, you know, that's how it will run. Anyway, on with the next one. My clock. This is the 166. Class 166. Again, nice little cab for the driver. Let's get on board. These engines were built in York in 1993. Now, they were designed to be cosy. As you can see, there's not a lot of space. You know, lots of people in there. The one thing they did have was super toilets, and they still actually run these trains. I've been on one just recently, actually, 166. It runs through Chester to Shrewsbury. If you're interested in going for a ride on one, they're run by GWR, which is Great Western Railways, and they're still in operation today with a top speed of 90 miles an hour. It's quite a comfortable journey, actually. It really is quite a comfortable journey. This one's in the first livery. That's the blue colours. First livery being first train, obviously. And the next one is this one, which is the Great Western Railway colours. This is the one that runs through Chester in these colours. Again, nice comfy train. Sorry about the noise. You know, that's where we are. Yeah, again, nice comfy train. See, lovely colours. Really, really cosy engine. Really cosy train. And you know, you can enjoy the journey because you just get on with it, you know. It's a very, very comfortable engine. Again, with the super toilets, you know, they are built, like I said, they are built in York. It's a nice train, top speed, 90 miles an hour. You know, gets you where you need to be. They also have wheelchair bays on these ones, but they don't have them on a lot of trains. On the older trains, there's no wheelchair bays. We don't need one anymore, but you know, we used to use the wheelchair bay all the time. Anyway, nice engine. You know, lovely colours. It's nice to look at. You know, it's very easy to look at. Easy on the eyes. Now, Class 9 shunter. This isn't a train for going anywhere. You can't really tow passenger trains, you know, passenger coaches with this shunter. It only does 27 miles an hour. It's got a brake horsepower of 350. That tells you something, doesn't it? It just means, basically, it's very slow. They're built in Norwich and they were also built in Darlington. There is a sister train, the Class 8. They were built for the same works. These are quite old. Actually, they still use them to this day, funny enough. I've got the Class 8 somewhere. I've got the Class 8 out as well. We'll get round to that eventually. I didn't move it, so it doesn't where it is anyway. You'll see that one shortly. Anyway, on with this. This one is a Class 45. Now, I know this as a bully train. I don't know if you're familiar with this train, you know, with this locomotive. I'll show you its coaches later. The coaches are on the other side, and I've got some out ready. Look, this one here, again, you know, built in 1960, 1962. They were built in Derby and Crewe. They're made for British Rail. They have a top speed of 90 miles an hour. It's got a length of 75 or 67 feet. Taken out. It's also known as the Sulzer Type 4, this engine. With a brake horsepower of 2,500. It's quite a strong engine. This is why they were called the bully train, because they could basically pull anything, or they could push them, you know. Again, it's a nice looking engine. You know, this bulk on the front, it doesn't really matter. These trains were taken out of service between 1981 and 1989. There are, however, 11 preserved, and you see these running on the back of a steamer usually, in case the steam train breaks down or something happens, we run out of coal or we run out of water, you know, the Class 45 can take over because it's a really, really strong engine. And I know I've said this before in previous videos, I've actually driven one of these. And it's a very, very nice, comfortable engine. Very loud. It's very loud. Anyway, on with this one. This one is Class 47. As you can see, I've got two of these out. There is actually three of them. There's a blue one as well. And they came in blue and green. They were built in Crewe, funny enough, in 1962 to 1968. They have a top speed again of 90 miles an hour. Nice looking engine, you know, nice and clean, very powerful. You know, great moving engine. Really good. Built on an 8 bogie. Well, these ones got 12. There was one they did that's got only an 8. I don't remember which one it was. That was also maybe it's a blue one on an 8. Unless I'm seeing things. It might have been that one there. That's good. These were built in 1965. They Class 47. There's 32 of them still preserved. There's a couple in service. They make 512 of these things. You know, I mean, look at the size of it. Can you imagine how many people it took to make 512 of these engines? Sadly, there's only been 32 left. The rest of them have been scrapped. So that is a high number of engines gone to scrap. Such a shame, isn't it? It's a waste for a nice engine like that. Anyway, on with the next one. The Class 33. Does that or does that not remind me of a tram? Because that's exactly what it looks like to me. I think this is where the idea of this train comes from. They looked at a tram and they thought, yeah, we could build a train like that. See, that's the one I was thinking with. That is an 8-wheel. It's an 8-wheel bogie. 4-8 engine. Yeah, anyway, Class 33 made in Birmingham. 1960 to 1962. There are, however, there's still 3 being run on the West Coast line. There's 2 in Conway storage and there's 24 reserved. The rest of them sadly have one. They have a 1550 brake horsepower engine. That's quite a lot of diesel power when you think about it. You know, and got a top speed of 85 miles an hour. Looking at it, you wouldn't think that, would you? You know, actually looking at it. And then at the end of the day, it's not a bad looking engine, you know, it's quite a beautiful engine. Anyway, on to the Class 66, this one. This was produced for freight. Again, built in 1998 until 2008. And again in 2014 and 2015. They actually made quite a lot of these. They sell them all over Europe. Still in service. It's otherwise known as an EMD Class 66. But, you know, it's a nice looking engine again. It's very, very powerful. It's got 1,550 brake horsepower. But it's only got a top speed of 85 miles an hour. And do you know why? Because all that power, the reason it's so big, doesn't go as fast, is because it all put into the torque. So it can pull vast amounts of numbers of coaches. And I've seen it, well, they don't pull coaches, they pull trucks. I've seen these things towing trucks, you know, that like a mile and a half long. I've seen them, literally. I was still at Warrington one day when one of these came along, and it was carrying small trucks, towing small took that train 20 minutes to get to the station. Because I was waiting for my train on the same platform, and it was held up because of that train. And it was 20 minutes. That's how many coaches it was going. And yet it was still, by the time it left the platform, at the end of the train, it was going somewhere. It was easily covering 50 miles an hour. Anyway, on to the next one. Here we go. You all know this train. I'm sure I don't have to introduce it. Built by Sir Nigel Grizzly. He's the designer. He's the famous Flying Scotsman, otherwise known as the A3. What a beautiful train this is. Look at that. Look at that detail there. Look at that firebox. Look at that. Look, you can't get better than that, can you? Imagine how warm it is on there on a winter's day when there's a foot of snow all around you, it's freezing cold, and you're stood here, or even sat here, right next to the firebox. You can't beat it, can you? Hey? What can you pay to do that? I'm sure a lot of people would pay an awful lot of money to sit there. Anyway, the A3 was built in Doncaster. Funny enough, it was built in 1923. There is only one, just one Flying Scotsman. And they never built another one, as far as I know. And if they did, I couldn't find any information on it. Anyway, it's still the engine, you know, and it still runs. Excuse my cough. Got to clear my throat, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Anyway, this train runs on the East Coast Main Line when it's in the UK, when it's not on tour. It travels all around the world, this train. It's so famous. But, yeah, nothing I can do about that. No, that's pure beauty on wheels. Don't you think? Because I know so. And you don't have to agree with it. You know, I'm not pussy, you know, you don't have to agree with me. Tell me over that, what do you think about it? But I literally love the Flying Scotsman. It's a nice, nice train. Anyway, on to the next. This is a very modern train against a very old train. This, my friends, is a Class 323 electric. Now, being an electric train, obviously, there's no engine noise. This one, however, has a whirring sound as you're running it. You can hear the gears. Well, they're not gears as such. You can hear the power connectors moving up as you accelerate. It's a really weird sound actually. It's a very funny sound. It goes whoop, whoop, whoop as it moves. Yeah, built for Manchester and Birmingham. These are only run on suburban lines. They're still in operation. Built in 1994. They have a top speed of 90 miles an hour. Carrying 1,566 brake horsepower. They're made in Leeds by Hunslet. This was the last train that Hunslet ever built. Sadly, Hunslet company no longer exists, I'm afraid. They went bust just after they built this one, sadly. But as you can see, what a great train. Again, you know, there's room for wheelchairs, there's plenty of room for people. They do have, in some of these places, some of these coaches, and I know now, they're not included on these, but some of these places they have tables in the gaps. And again, they've got, you know, this is the disabled area with a super toilet. You know, very, very popular train. Very comfortable as well. and you don't hear them running. You know, the only people that hear them running are the driver. But they're all three coaches, you know, there's only three coaches. And as you can see, it's a lovely looking engine. It's very nice looking indeed on the inside, easy to the eyes. That's what you want, isn't it? You know, when you're travelling on a travelling comfort. You've got the comfort just there. Again, here we come to Class 8. This train, this diesel here, again is a 27 mile an hour Class 9 version. This is the one, Class 8. It also says works in the Class 9. Orange and down to, again, its design is exactly the same as the Class 9. Do you know the only difference? That bit there. That bit. The rest of it is identical to the Class 9. And it's made only for coaches and non-coaches, and you know, everything else like that. Okay, this is the other Class 47 in blue. As you can see, it's on the same design as the Class 1. There's no difference, it's just the livery is a different colour. That is it. Right, last one. No, not last one. This is the Metrolink. I actually like this train. This is an American train. I don't know why I put it in this group, I just did. It's a very nice, comfortable train. I'm really impressed with the inside of this train actually. I don't have much detail, I couldn't find any details on this train. I think they're used by Amtrak, I'm not sure, in America. But they actually have, if you come along here, you see how you come through here, you go through there, and you go along here, they have an upper level. Now that's unusual, isn't it? I really like that. I think we could use something like this in the UK. The only problem is, we have very low bridges. And this train is high, I mean really high. I'll show you the difference now between this and the other engine. Look at the height on that one. Now, if I climb in the driver's seat on here, I can go into what's known as drone mode, like this. Now, there's your normal level on a UK train. Look at that. That again is hard again, isn't it? Yet that train won't fit under our bridges. It is a shame. You know, it is a real shame. I would love to see trains like this on our tracks. I really would. But unfortunately I won't. And it's all because of the bridges. Okay. Last one in locos. This is a Great Western train, the high-speed train. This train is built in Derby. It's what's known as a HST. A top speed of 125 miles an hour. It's a hybrid diesel electric. They made 95 of these and they're still in service all over the UK. They have between 7 and 8 coaches. I don't know how many's on this one, I didn't count it, but we can have a look. There's not many on here, there's 5 on here. Yeah, there's 5 on it. But have you noticed? You have one there as well, an engine here. This is what we call, not a record, we call it a push-me-pull-you. I don't know if you know what a push-me-pull-you is. It's a train that can go either way. With 2,250 brake horsepower, this train soon reaches its top But let's have a look inside, shall we? Again, it's a very comfortable engine. It's a very comfortable train to ride. I've actually been on one of these, and they run these from. Oh, can't get in that way. I've got this back. Forgot about that. Right, yeah. They actually run these from Manchester Piccadilly to Euston, and it's a really nice train. It's not going to open for me, is it? No, it is. Yeah, but look at it. Look at these. Now, they have more tables on them than these do, like they have in here. Considering this is only a game, but in real life, they have plenty of tables in these. And it's a very, very comfortable journey. If you're actually travelling to London from Manchester, when this train first leaves Piccadilly, you don't even notice it's moving. The first time you notice it's moving is when you realise that, you're going along the platform and you're sat down doing nothing. And that's exactly what it feels like. It's nice. It is, it's a nice comfy engine. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with what we're doing. I don't want to open the window. The door. Right, next. Let me, I don't know if you want to see that again. I'll leave them there anyway. I was going to get rid of them until we're done. Okay, let's go on to some coaches. Now, coaches and trucks. Have you ever seen one of these? This is a container truck. You might have seen these if you've been anywhere and you've seen the EWS, my bad, the EMD 66. If you've seen any of those and you've seen containers on them, you've seen these. Because these are just the bogies without the containers fastened to them. You see these little, I call them nipples. That's where the containers are fixed to. And they're really good. They are really good. They tow a lot of these than EMD 66. Right, this one is a logging train. It's a logging truck. We don't have many of these. There are some in the UK. They're not in this colour, they're in brown. This one's an American one, but yeah, this one isn't. The one we have is smaller. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. We don't have so many of these, like I said. They're used mainly in the forest areas, but there's not a great deal of forest in the UK, and they're not highly needed much. And they're a lot smaller. The ones we have, they're only about, I don't know, they go about here. They're only very small ones. There isn't one in this game, unfortunately. But, they are small. I have seen them, there's not very many anyway. Right, these trains here, these coaches here. Now, I put these here on purpose. These coaches belong to the Class 45. Right, yeah, that's right, yeah. And this is the second class coach. Now let's have a look in here. Again, nice comfortable coach. These are the toilets on the sides. Lovely, lovely looking coach, look at that. You don't see them very many now. You don't see these so much like you used to do. But it's a lovely looking coach. The doors are automatic when you walk away. Look. But these are for second class passengers. Now look how nice that is for second class. It's not bad, that, is it? When you think about it. I can't get out that one. We have to go this way. Oh, come on, open the dinky door. They're not going to open, are they? It's not just not my day at all. We're going to have to walk all the way back. Never mind. We can run. See, we haven't done it open already. Right. Now, this is the first class. First class, again, a little different. You know, it is only a little different. And look how posh that is. You know who sits in here, don't you? This is people that they talk like this. I say! Has anybody seen Bernard with his cup of tea and his top hat? You know, I'm sure they don't all talk like that, but these are the ones that, you know, it'll cost you maybe 20 quid more to sit in here. Have you seen the sketch with Mr. Bean in the train coach? Very funny. It's where he's fiddling about with his ticket. And, you know, he messes about. He's actually sat in one of these type of seats. Now, they make very few coaches like this now. Because all trains, they're all built like that 323 over there, you know. And you only get these ones on luxury trains. And it's usually the Flying Scotsman that pulls things like this. But he's got his own coaches, you know, the Scotsman. He has, he's got his own coaches. Again, it's a nice looking engine, a nice looking train. It's designed for comfort. And boy, do you pay it. Okay, on to this one. This is not a passenger coach. It's not going to open for me either. There we go. This is designed for, if it'll let me in. Do you know, they don't always let you in, you know, these coaches. Oh, it is going to let me in. Yeah, this is the guards van. I don't know if you remember these coaches. In days gone by, I mean, when I was young, I remember these coaches being on the tracks. You know, they were built basically to help passengers, you know. This is the guards van. This is the emergency brake for the whole train. And you know, you can sit here, be the guard if you want to. But it's not a bad looking coach, you know. It was comfort for the guard. And he'd walk along and he'd go up there and he'd come through here and he'd put your parcels in here and he'd come through this door and he'd come and take your tickets. You know. I remember it well. I do remember it well. And this place would be full of bicycles and parcels and post, you know, and it'd all be in bags. And then they'd open these doors. The train's flying along the track. If I can open the door, won't open. Just imagine, you know, like this door was open. Just imagine like this. You open the door like that. On the side of the train, about here, it might have been that side actually. They had a big hook sticking out here like this, and the guard used to hang bags of post on this hook outside the train. It wouldn't be on this side, it would be on this side because he'd do it from here, but it wasn't like through the window or anything like that. You know, that door wouldn't even be there. It'd be fastened up back here on this seat here, you know, tied up here, and the hook would just be outside the door there. And as it passed the station, there'd be another hook on the station, and they used to reach each other. Now the hook going on the train was facing the rear of the train, and the hook from the station was facing also the back of the train. And as it come along, the two hooks, they slipped together. I'll show you what I mean. Let me just come round here. You had like two hooks facing this way. They were both together like that. They were more or less like this, and the bag was a big circle. And what they used to do was, the hook there would be holding the bag's hanging here, and as the train come along to the past the station, the other hook, as it whizzed by, would grab the bag, and the bag would hang on that hook, and the guard would hang another bag on the hook. And that's how they used to deliver the post. But it's, you know, those days are long gone now. But I remember them very well. I've got memories of things like that. I've seen it myself. There used to be a post train come along when I was on holiday. I used to go to a place called Golden Sands in North Wales. I don't know if any of you have been there. But yeah, I remember it well. As it passed the real station, you used to see this hook on the side of the track, on the side of the platform, you know, just before the train approached the station. And the postman, you know, the guard would hang a bag on it. There was all sorts in it. There wasn't just posts. You know, there was all sorts of bits and pieces in them. There was a lot of bags as well. Sometimes they put quite a few up. I don't know if I can get on, can't get onto there. This one again is different. It looks identical to the other one. You know, the one we've just been on at the front there? It looks identical. Do you know what this one is? This is the newspaper train. All this in here would be stacked to the roof with newspapers, and they used to just throw them out as they went by. You know, the guards just throw them out. There'd be a couple of people stood in here. There'd be one at this end, there'd be one at that end, and they'd have a big pile of newspapers, and as they passed by, the stations, they'd throw them out the window, out of the door, onto the platform. That's how they used to deliver them as they were driving by. It's a strange setup, but it worked. Anyway, on to the next one. This, you're going to like this one. This is lovely, this. This is the coach that they used for the Queen's train. It's not quite, it's set out different than this. It's the same style as the one for the Queen. The only difference is there's not that many seats in here with the Queen's train. These two here, these two at this end here are missing. Or when I say missing, they're not exactly missing as such, but they have tables, so there's more. See that there's one there? The triple, that'd be a double. And then they'd have this cap here. It was like right between the seats. And then there'd be a table there as well. And on each and every table, there was a lamp, a little light with how can I put it? Oh, let's sit in the window seat for a change if you'll get in there. There we go. Yeah, just about here, there was a little light. It was like a lamp, and you'd sit and have your meal on it, you know, with the Queen and Prince Philip and what have you, you know, or King Charles as he is now, you know, they were all like that, they were all, you know, I think they still use the Royal Train, funny enough, I'm not sure. You don't hear much about it because it's very posh. It is very lovely coach though, it's a beautiful coach. And this one again, this is just like the Guards van. It's exactly the same. This is the type of setup they've got. You know, it's the same setup as the other one, only different colour. Just like the newspaper train, just like the post, do exactly the same thing, you know? Right, on with this one. This one here, I don't know if you know much about these. These ones, look, you know, we take boxes, but they don't just take boxes, because these things can be filled up with stone if they need to, and other sorts of things. I've never really seen a lot of these. I have seen them on the, you know, I have seen them on the trains. I have seen them on trains. I've just never, you know, I've never really realised what they were, or really what they've got in them. I only put this one here because I've only seen them in, like, I've only seen them now and again. I haven't seen them a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen these more than anything. Everybody knows what this is. This is a stone truck. Now, you can't really get in those, but that's what they look like inside. They carry coal. These trucks carry coal. The miners used to use them a lot. They used to fill them up and get them ready. And then they would send a dirty big train along to come and collect them. It was usually 47 out of 45 would tow these things. And they pull 200 at a go, you know, no problem at all. You could easily get 200 of these on a train, easy, and tow it down the line. It's amazing. Considering how small they are, you know, and what they're like. We have what we call a handbrake on here. See it? I don't know if these ones work. Oh, they do. See, that takes the brake off. Once the brake's been dropped, you can push that. You can actually push that, because when I was a child, when I was young, like I said, I used to go to a place called Golden Sands on holiday. Right next to Golden Sands, there was a railway siding, and there was very often trucks on there, and there was, you know, these little, how can I put it? It's like a flatbed with a handle that goes up and down, and two people moving from one side to the other. There was usually quite a couple of those on there. Me and my sister used to play on them when we were kids. Because it was only a siding, you couldn't change the points to get onto the main line. I mean, that would be dangerous anyway, because they were too tough. But you couldn't lift these things over the points to get them on the main line. So you could run it up and down the siding. You could play on there all day. And nobody bothered. There was no security. There was no guards, no anybody there to stop you. You know, nobody bothered. Nobody said a word. You could play there all day long. And you know, we used to do that for hours on end when we were away, me and my sister. But you know, that is a long gone memory, because the place was full of coal. It was full of coal trucks, and there was coal everywhere. It was all over the floor. Even when if you go to Golden Sands now, the camps bought most of the sidings area where all the trucks were. But if you was to go to the back of the camp, between the camp and the fun fair at Towing, and you walk amongst that grassy area, between the camp and well, you don't actually go to the railway fence. As you come along to the end of the camp, you go onto the grass. So between the grass, the path and the railway, and the back of the camp and the side of the fun fair, if you were to walk amongst the grass there, you will either find railway sidings lines, you know, tracks, or you will find pieces of coal, a lot of it, because that's all that was there. And there was endless trucks. Me and my sister used to play in them for hours. You know, especially with these little push carts that go up and down on a two-man bar. And they were fun, they were dead easy to use, but they were really, really heavy. But it was good fun, you know. And you all know what this is, surely. This is a caboose. Oh, well, they call them a caboose. We call them a guard's van. This is where the guard used to sit. And he would travel this way, or he'd travel with the doors open, you know, not a problem. He had a little area there where he could sit just here on this board if he wanted to, with a cushion, and do his paperwork there. Or he could sit here and control the brakes for the trucks, which is what they used to do. You know, it's that's the brakes on. But even if I was to take the brakes off, this train wouldn't go anywhere because the ground's flat. But yeah, these are, you know, this is the last one in my list. The guards van. I used to like the guards van. The guards van was very nice. The guards were really, when I was young, the guards were really nice. But you only ever seen these on the backs of these or these. You never saw them on the back of a train, you know, the back of a train or anything. If it was these, they were just like that at the end. They were on the backs of these and they were on the backs of these. But the guard's van was a very important job. The guard is what they call the conductor these days. You see them all the time, but the conductor's job's changed over the years. The conductor used to sit at the back of the train. He still does. I don't know if you ever see the conductor. When you're on a train, if you're travelling by train, oh my goodness, that's me. If you're on a train, right, let's just take things and get me. Go through here. You walk down here. Oh, excuse me. You see, it says staff access only because that little area there behind that door, that is the guards area. And I'll show you from the outside. We'll go back out and I'll show you. Right, you can see the door there, see the door? Well, this section here, this is the guards area. Nobody else is allowed in that area, at all. You know, that is for the guard only. You can't open it, you can't get in it. And that there connects to there, which gives you access to the engine, which is the only area that the guard can go when you're not collecting your tickets. But that's how it works. You know, I hope you've enjoyed this one anyway. I really wanted to do something like this because my nephew wanted me to do it. And, you know, he's quite interested in trains. He really is. His favourite, he's actually driven one of these, but at Payson. Now, I actually like these trains. I like all these trains. You know, I do. I don't know if you know, or I don't know if you, oh come on, what going? I don't know if you know a lot about trains yourself. I personally, I've always been a big train fan. I love a train, I absolutely love a train. You know, I stopped the engines on all of these before I did this. And yet here we are, we're still making noise. It won't be a minute. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this one. about it, about trains or anything like that, you know, say hello. There's a comment section there, you can comment. You know, you don't have to just watch. You know, I'm very open, I'm an open person, you can come and talk to me, you know, I'm not worried. It'd be nice just to know that other people are as interested in trains as I am. There are a lot of people who, you know, I'm going to leave that one there because I'm going to run this one from here to the other end. I'm just going to get rid of all these coaches and then I'm going to drive that train. I'm going to stop the video though before I leave. We're on 51 minutes. So, if you want to see me set off, you can. I'll keep it going till there if you want. I'm not going to run it all the way with you because that'll get boring for you, I think. Maybe, maybe not. It's whether I want to do an hour and a half video. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm also going to add another engine to that train. I'm going to tow it with the FGT. But I actually love the FGT. I don't know whether you do, you know. People might say, oh, what's an FGT? It's actually, it's the same train in a different colour. Because the 166 is a diesel electric. It's a hybrid train. And they made some in different colours. You know, they made the green one. This is for the Great Western Railway. But they have a few. There's a few of them. You know, it's a really nice train as well. It's a nice train to drive. Oh, we've got a door open down there. Is it open? I've got to make sure I've got to check all the doors before I can do anything anyway. That's that one. I'll check this one here and then go on the other side and make sure there's none open there. That one's closed. I'll open the hatch. Get out of the sky. The bucket, it's light. And then I'm going to come here. I am going to stand against this tree. It doesn't always work this. For some reason, it's not. I don't know what it is. That's not the one, is it? No, that's not the one. Okay. We'll just run this one. We'll put that away and we'll shut that. Get in here. Right. The engine's stopped now, isn't it? You have to wait a little while. Right, now I can shut this door. Again, nice little train. Runs really well. Let's see where we're going. We are going to go to here. Now, you don't have to stay with me if you don't want to. You can, you know, I'm quite happy to, you know, I'm quite happy to do what I'm doing. I want to make a couple of detours because I rather like this line. It's a very interesting line. There's a lot of curvy corners, and there's a lot of, you know, fast ways of doing things. I always put waypoints on these for the simple reason is it's different. When I say it's different, see all these here, you can't get round here. This is a loop. Now I would love, in fact, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remove that path, and I'm going to see if I can get on that loop, because I like to challenge these games and I've never been on that loop. So I'm going to see if I can get all the way around the circle, because usually they go out of bounds. And it's very unusual for them to go. Now I'm starting here. I'm going to finish up. If it'll let me do it, I'm going to finish up here. See, now if I go to like this, I can now decide which way I'm going to go. Because as you can see, it's taking me round the loop. But I can actually mess about with this, because it should, if I remember rightly, it should let me get all the way around that section and come back here. Now, I don't know whether it will. Not there it will. But there it will. And that'll let me go all the way through, which is quite interesting. Because I can get all the way around the whole place from here. Not letting me go there though. So which platform are we coming back on? So I want to go out this one. And I want to come back in through this one here. Might be this one. Not letting me do it, is it? See, they do this. It does this sometimes. That one. New. See, it doesn't always let you back in that way. Because it's going out one way and coming back in the other. But I don't want it going in that way, I want it going out that way. So it's not going to happen, is it? Never mind. No. Anyway, I shall let you go. Unless you want to stay with me. I've got the okay to go. Do you know what I'm not doing? I'm not set forward. Now I've got to put it back again and turn it back here. wouldn't want to go. What have I not done? Oh, that's what I've not done. Right, brakes off. AWE. There's no general fault, is there? Engine's running. Everything else is going. Let's release the brakes. It's not going to go. It doesn't matter anyway. Right. I'm going to let you go. Shame it doesn't want to work, but we can try it again. I'll try it somewhere else. And then I shall see you on the next one. So it doesn't matter. So anyhow. Right, I shall let you go. Come and join me again for another video. There'll be plenty more. I'm still working on Fable 3. As soon as I've started Fable 3 and I've got back to used to what I'm doing and what I need to do, and you know, got myself back into it, I'll be start making videos. It won't be too long. Meanwhile, come and join me. If you like this video and you enjoyed it, you know, click that thumbs up. If you enjoyed what you saw, come and subscribe. You want to ask me anything? I am not on Facebook. I do not do any social media other than this one. And you know, you can always comment. You can always comment. But I hope you enjoyed it. You know, and I've enjoyed making it for you. So anyway, I shall let you go. Take care of yourselves. I hope you have a great day. I'm Lord Keith, and it's bye for now.